Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut and Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily, even on Columbus Day. Oh, I'm sorry, Indigenous Columbus Day.
Yeah, Columbia Day this day.
Well, I think, be honest with you, I think it's a stupid holiday for us to have celebrated in the first place when the question is, when did Columbus sell the world? And it's like, which time?
Yeah. Guy had bad directional ideas.
Yeah, but the positive thing back then is that's when they realized that corporations could protect the crown and not have to worry about if that ship sank. The people couldn't sue the people who financed it. They could only sue the company that owned that ship at the time. And it was like, oh, so it started way back then, protecting yourself against the damn government.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Not a ton of information. And I was telling you the numbers. So inventory, it says 731,017. But that's last week's number. And when I read the information about inventory, it was saying, okay, well, weekly inventory changed October 4th through the 11th. If inventory fell from 734,290, which doesn't even match last week, to 732,410. So I just took what we had last week and versus this week, and it's either positive 180 or 1,800 or negative 1,800. We'll just leave. Let's put it this way. The numbers are down, period. If you look at the same week last year at this time, we went from 537,000 to 546,000. You can do the change later.
Mm-hmm.
All-time inventory bottom for this week was 2022, and we only had 240,000 listings. So just 240,500 was rounded up. Nationwide, that's nothing.
Yeah.
And then the yearly inventory peak for this year was 734,290. So that had to have been a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the active listings for this time in 2015 was 1.178 million.
Yeah.
805.
Back when we had choices.
You always have choices. It's just not, you just have more choices. Yeah.
Not many.
What do I want to talk about?
Transaction fraud? What's that?
I saw an article there CoreLogic put out, talked about the transaction fraud is up 8.3% in the past year, driven, of course, by more cases it's driven by identity and transaction fraud. And I was like, fraud's up? Really? And if you look in quarter of 2024, 1 in 123 of all mortgages applications, so almost 0.81 of 100. So we'll just leave it at the 1 out of every 123. It's easier. Contain an instance of fraud. Purchase loans were 0.9% higher than risks for refinances, or only 5/8% higher. Long story short, basically, do you know which is don't read the no fraud at all, pretty much on any of the loans out there? The lowest risk of all applications for loan type.
Reverse mortgages?
No, VA.
Oh, VA. Okay.
VA has pretty much no fraud on it, because we know about federal things and going to the pen. You mess up on a federal thing, it's a federal offense.
It is.
But vets, we're trusting. We say we're going to do something, we do it, because that's what we did. We signed on the line to protect. If you look, single family versus multifamily has more fraud on it than single family does. And
that makes sense.
And the biggest identity fraud they're talking about is from Social Security numbers to ITIN. So ITIN has more fraud on it than any other loan versus Social Security numbers. And that's just because there's no way to verify the ITINs like they can on the Social Security numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's, so to me, a riskier type of loan would be to do the ITIN loans, and that's why most people don't do them.
Makes sense.
You know what ITIN loan is?
Well, it's a different tax identification.
Right. It's not. It's usually you're coming from outside the country and you have an ITIN and not a Social Security number.
Yeah.
If you're truly a alien who come in here for work kind of thing, and I don't mean that wrong, like green aliens, but
non-green.
It just popped out in my head, in my mouth, I should say.
Yeah, I could see where there could be a lot of fraud there.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's who, really.
Right. And that's the identity part of it. Fraud case. So they analyze each state, and which states do you think has the most fraud in it?
Probably New York.
Okay. And then Florida, and then California, and then Connecticut, New Jersey.
Yeah, all the Democratic states.
Is that what it is?
Although Florida is a little bit more red than California and New York.
or it's more of a blue, isn't it? Now, you
No, you got Governor
purple.
DeSantis. It's kind of a purple.
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's blended.
So fraud cases have jumped by double-digit percentages since mid-2023 in California. It's up 14.6%, Connecticut 10.8%, and Florida 10.2%.
Yeah.
Can I go back to the inventory? I wanted to talk. Yeah. I wanted to show this because they were saying because our inventory is down, right? One way or another, it's down,
right?
And they're saying, what is causing that? Do you think the hurricanes had anything to do with it? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Could be. It's almost a straight line down.
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So, and you're hearing all the stories about a ton of people back there still don't have electricity, still don't have food and water at their places. So real estate transactions aren't going down, and they got to verify that the house is there in the first place. So even if you were doing a transaction, they want somebody to go out and verify the house is still standing and not flood.
Yeah, probably needs to be on the same parcel that the APN is on.
Usually not next door. But no, so anytime there's any type of fire or major disaster, everything stops.
Yep.
They don't record that transaction. They come and verify that it's still there because they don't want to own a piece of land that has nothing on it.
Yeah.
And then have to sue and go out, do the foreclosure process and everything else.
All that other stuff, that garbage is costly too.
So that that hurricane and that stuff that they all went through is going to cause a problem for inventory. It's going to cause a problem for transaction. And it's actually seen a ton of people going, you know what? I just had to get ready for a hurricane, which I've never had to do in my life. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. And somebody else said, yeah, I did. I left. I went to Texas first and I went to here. Then now I'm in Michigan. I'm like, well, that's not the best place, but okay, whatever works for you.
It's cold. You don't have hurricanes there.
No. And then somebody else like Southern California. And we're like, you guys have earthquakes. It's like, we had a couple majors, but nothing, as long as you don't live along that fault, what's the big deal? Well, the whole thing is the fault.
It's the Catholics' fault.
It's your fault.
St. Andreas.
Look at you.
Yeah, that was on Archie Bunker. In the Central Valley, single story home, you walk outside and you stand and you watch the earth roll for 20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I've been here, I was twice I know about something moving. And that was when I was in my studio. The only reason I knew that, like 2 years ago, the camera was moving. I was like, what the heck's going on? It was just going, just enough,
Yeah.
And the other time when I was a kid, going to high school, I was working on my truck outside. I was underneath it and it started moving back and forth. I'm like, let's get out. Who the is moving?
The whole earth.
It's an earthquake.
It's an earthquake.
Yeah. So other than that, that's pretty all, and then I slept through the Northridge one because I was in San Diego at the time.
Oh,
in Carlsbad, we didn't feel it.
Yeah. The Northridge one, I think I just got off a 10-foot ladder, set my brush down, was going to have lunch. I think it was lunch or break. And my dad sat on the fireplace hearth and the floor started moving. I said, Dad, you're going to need to lose some weight. He's like, screw you. Auntie Darlene says hello to both of us. Good morning. Good morning, Auntie. I got nothing today, really.
Well, we don't have much news. This week, there's only Wednesday mortgage applications, which it will be down.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that,
homes blow away.
Well, not only that, rates are up. Yeah. Rates are continuing to rise. The 10-year is going up, which is something we talked about. Whenever they do it the first time, rates go up. But I thought I heard rates went down. And I can't tell you what it is today because it's not open today.
Oh,
the bond market because it's a federal holiday.
It's a federal holiday.
That is correct.
Yeah. All those federals.
Yeah,
they're all off.
So this week, that's why there's Wednesday is mortgage applications, Thursday is retail sales, initial jobless claims, NAHB, the National Association of Housing Building, new home index to tell us that, hey, those really aren't moving. Friday is housing starts and permits. That's the news this week. There is nothing that's majorly going to move the market the other way. So if you're getting a contract, lock it, move on. If the rates move down over the next 30 days, your person can move you to a different investor. If they can't, here's my phone number. I'm just kidding.
You look good going down the black building on Saturday. Yeah, I know. I didn't wait for you. My guy that's handling my safety line said, go.
I was like, I'm going to catch him.
It was a lot of fun. I would have liked to have done it again.
Yeah, it wasn't that much fun.
I had a friend who met me in the elevator. I was going up to get rid of my gear, and she was going down to give her friend her cell phone so she could take some pictures. And she goes, Mike, I don't trust my friend. Can you stay and take some pictures? So I did. And saw her afterwards, said, congratulations, you look great. Look like you've rappelled before. And she goes, oh, thank you. And I get a text from her. Well, like I said, my friend didn't take one picture. I'm relying on you. So I sent her a bevy and a video.
Yeah, Marcia took a video of me. Of course, it was the whole building and me going down like a fly. So love her, but not the one. It's like, okay, can't you can get in closer.
Scroll it in.
Yeah. That's okay. It was not. I mean, I was trying to explain to people, or actually my wife. I was like, it's only 6 floors.
Yeah,
the building. It just looks more with all the extra windows that they have. The way they have the glasses. It's really not. It's only 140 some feet.
It was. I didn't even think it was that much.
No, well, that's what my watch said.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what sea level it. Where the ground was. That was sea level. Compared to normal.
So it's probably around 70 feet.
If that. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It was fun.
If you've never done it, it's scary. If it's like the few people in front of us, like, it's like, get that down. We got things to do. And then after that, I went over.
Oh, how did that go?
And we had 3 people who were going, being interviewed for the district governor,
right?
Nominees, assistant, whatever it is. It's like in 5 years from now, and 26, 27, you'll be the district. No, you'll be the district governor.
Okay.
And we had 3 candidates. Of course, won because they can only have one, and it was just long.
How long did it take you?
I got out of there in afternoon, almost 1. Got there at 9. I got there at like 6 minutes after 9. And of course, I had to hear it from somebody who said, "Oh, he's the closest," and he was late. And I turned to him and I said, I almost said some other stuff, but I'm like, I had already pre-told Car that I wouldn't be here until this time because I was going down the building.
I was rappelling down the building as a fundraiser. Yeah. What us Rotarians do,
right? And what does it matter? You just ate breakfast.
Yeah, you sat there and ate breakfast, and hadn't even started anything yet, had they?
No,
really?
No.
Yeah,
I'll tell you more after because it's not stuff I want to be recorded.
All right,
they'll come back and bite me later.
Have a great Monday. You're not running for president or anything, right?
No, not anytime soon.
Okay, good.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Make a great day. Bye.
Enjoy your day off, Feds.